Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better.
If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
How long is the journey to Brylehaven?
4 days. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest in the kingdom. Got a bit of a trip ahead of us, so you're free to put your feet up, eh?
Where to? Here we go.
Finally, some fun.
Edible fauna everywhere I look.
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm.
Tis a unique texture, but the taste is divine.
Time to get back to work.
Right then, let's get this plan underway.
Eyes, mate! Come out! Show yourself!
Enough! Stop this infernal din!
Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance of winning. You would count your new friends as reliable warriors, correct?
We've overcome plenty of obstacles. Let's believe in the strength that got us this far.
Wow! It's the ocean! Almost feels like everything we thought we knew about the world was wrong.
The world is full of unsavory sorts. What say we work together?
The more comrades and supporters who stand beside you, the more your power will deepen as you soar to new heights.
And those are sounds. I feel quite... Right?
I'd thought for a long time that if I wanted to feel accepted, I'd need power, status. I just needed allies, friends.
You're already one of us.
I am glad we travel as friends.
And we've both got something we'd fight to protect.
If thou wouldst change the world by thine own hand, venture forth. Thy journey shalt reveal thy soul's mission.
Hello everyone, I'm Katsura Hashino, the director of Metaphor ReFantazio. My representative works include Shin Megami Tensei 3, Persona 3, 4, and 5. In previous showcases, we've revealed the general flow of the game, as well as the combat and story elements. In this Atlas exclusive showcase World Tour Edition, we will be going over the journey aspects, a wonderful hallmark of fantasy RPGs. The journey gameplay is what uniquely sets this game apart from the Persona and Shin Megami Tensei series. I'm extremely excited to share the details with you all. For today's exclusive showcase, World Tour Edition, I'll be sharing brand new, never-before-seen content. For RPG fans, as well as those who are first learning about Metaphor through this showcase, I hope you see the fun adventure you can experience through this game. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the Atlas YouTube channel for the latest updates. Without further ado, let us depart to the world of Metaphor ReFantazio. I hope you stick with us until the very end. First, let us start by reviewing the beginning of the game. The story is set in the United Kingdom of Ukrainia. The protagonist is on a mission with his fairy companion Gallica to save his friend, the prince, from a curse. During his journey, he awakens an archetype, the Seeker. In order to save the prince, he has to defeat the person who cast it. And not only did they curse the prince, the culprit also assassinated the king. The protagonist travels to the royal capital to take him down. However, upon the king's death, the king evoked royal magic, which began the royal tournament, where the people's faith is the key to select the next king. As a result, the entire kingdom is thrown into chaos. In all the turmoil, the protagonist makes the decision to participate in the royal tournament for the throne, to catch the culprit, Luis. This is how they begin their battle. a journey that takes them all across the kingdom, traveling on a mechanical carriage called the Gauntlet Runner. This is a town out in the countryside that the party visits in the beginning of the story. While we designed the game to incrementally increase freedoms for the player, obtaining a Gauntlet Runner after the story prologue increases the player's ability to travel around. Let's explore the town. At each destination are activities unique to that area. In this town, there's a test of courage where you bungee jump up a cliff. You can also do things like milk cows. Through these activities, you can increase your virtues as a traveler. Increasing these virtues enables you to take on new requests. It's up to you, the player, on how you want to spend every single day of your journey before encountering your main quest. Leading up to your main quests, you can strengthen your forces by completing side quests, increase your bonds with your followers, or do activities that increase the protagonist's virtues. You have the freedom to choose what you want to do each day, much like real life. If you want to improve your fighting abilities, you can visit the recruitment center to accept side requests called bounties to exterminate monsters. We took on a request to exterminate a monster called Valmo. You get information on its whereabouts, but there's no need to head out immediately if you're not prepared for the fight. This person standing outside looks like he has a request for us. We've been asked to buy something from a nearby town. There's a stop on the way to the labyrinth where the Valmo is, for the extermination request we took on. There's a lot of people in town that have information. There's some who will talk to you about the main quest, but in this town you can also ask about the town's specialties. Among these people, the informant is particularly valuable for getting intel. They're useful resources as you can learn more about rumors as well as the habits of monsters that you might come across. But the information costs money. If you're confident in your fighting abilities, you could choose to tackle enemies without buying the information beforehand. Here's someone who can tell us about how the royal tournament is going. The protagonist's goal is to get closer to Luis, who also has the ability to become king himself because of the royal magic. Let's see what our current standing is. Looks like we're quite a ways from being in the public eye. This ranking changes through story development, but it also increases through completing quests. As you can see, the player has a lot of options on how they want to spend each day of their journey. You can use the online feature, Traveler's Voices, to see how other players spent that day. You can also use it to reference the party formations of other players who beat the quest you're tackling. Each player will have their own day-to-day way of progressing through their journey as they move through the story, which is one of the true charms Metaphor offers. Let's move on and see how it's like to travel on a Gauntlet Runner. When you open the map, your allies will give advice on destinations and tell you what the schedule will be. We have 2 requests to do in Comero, so let's head there. It's dangerous outside of town, so traveling is done by Gauntlet Runner. While on the road, you can do things you might do in real life when on a camper van, such as reading or cooking. How you perform in battle can vary greatly depending on how you decide to prepare yourself while en route somewhere. Your allies have their own things they do while on the Gauntlet Runner. Let's try talking to Stroll to see what he's up to.
Hey.
He invited us to do weapon maintenance with him. It looks like maintaining your weapon hones your courage. By improving your virtues like this, others' perception of the protagonist changes.
My name is Brigitte. I run the show.
It's particularly indispensable for gaining cooperation from your followers, so we should do what we can to raise these virtues. Players are free to choose how they spend their time while on the Gauntlet Runner. You can make special items in the kitchen, or even do laundry with your allies. Looks like we found an item from the laundry.
Oh.
Someone must have been hiding it. Like how you spend time in town, players can choose what to do and enjoy their journey at a smooth pace. You can also stop by a nearby village if there is one. We got something. Let's go hand it to our ally right away.
I knew it! This thing's the genuine article, a real...
We finished our request from Muras, the Gauntlet Runner engineer. Thanks to that, we awakened the Gunner archetype. Completing quests like this is an important factor for deepening your bonds with your followers. Let's go buy the eggs that someone requested we get for them. They're also selling bath salts that you can't find in town. You can buy valuable items like this on your travels, so you should try visiting as many places as you can. Looks like the Gauntlet Runner arrived to the labyrinth called Man-Eater's Grotto. Let's try channeling that Gunner archetype we just got. The Gunner can attack quickly from afar in fast battle, so it's relatively easy to get an advantage and move to a squad battle, even for those who aren't that good with real-time action.
Let's go!
In squad battle, the Gunner shoots ranged physical attacks and also maintains its attack power from the back row. One of the benefits of improving your bonds with your followers is that you can obtain new archetypes, which gives you more strategies to use in battle in addition to unlocking all kinds of useful abilities you can use in battle.
I stand ready.
By the way, you can always return to your base town from the dungeon in an instant, so if you feel underleveled, you can always retreat. If you can't complete a dungeon within a day, you can set up camp in front of the dungeon and go back to tackling it the next day. However, don't get too distracted on tackling dungeons that you forget the time limit for your main mission.
Is this right?
What we just looked at were dungeons for the mini side quests we have in store for you. But let's take a look at another kind of dungeon as well. Here's a first look at a main quest dungeon. It's the belly of a giant worm, believe it or not. It's a dungeon with a special time limit, since you have to escape before you get digested and dissolved. There are a lot of creative fantasy dungeons that await you on your journey in Metaphor. We've prepared a lot of dungeons, big and small, and we hope you look forward to them. Now then, let's continue on with our journey. Here's a first look at the town, Port Brilehaven.
City of Water, Brilehaven.
It's a lively port town where sailors come and go. First, let's head towards the port itself. You can see a lot of street stalls lined up. Let's take a look at the armor shop. Thanks to one of my followers' abilities, I can get a discount here. And after talking to the owner, it seems like there'll be a sale soon. Here's the port area. There's some strange balls of water. There are a lot of strange sights throughout the area of Brilehaven. There's also a coliseum further inside the city. Can you tell how many things are in store for you to do? Let's keep walking. Now we're in the area where the tavern is. There are a lot of inns too. Business is booming from people coming in for the royal tournament for the throne. Here's a seafood restaurant, which you might expect from an ocean town. And of course, since we're in a new town, there's new activities for us to experience. If you wanted to take in the sights to hone your virtues, you can take a boat tour around town or see the special view from a viewing spot up high.
Oh, yeah?
The more you progress through the story, the more there is for you to do. If you're unsure about what there is to do, you can always press the Ask Gallica button to ask your fairy companion for advice. She'll always help show you around, like a concierge for your travels. Your travel map will slowly get more and more complex. As you can see on this screen, there are multiple routes you can take to get to the same location. If you visit multiple places in one stretch, the number of days you use will decrease proportionally, but you may end up needing to tackle battle after battle, so you'll need the power to match. Planning your travel route is another area of the game where you'll have to strategize carefully. Despite how tough gauntlet runners are, it's still dangerous to go around at night because of the monsters running free. So at night, the party pause their travels and rest up at a campsite. Here you can take your pick of nighttime activities, such as having a relaxed conversation with your allies or taking a bath. Let's try taking a soak in the cask tub at the back of the deck. While we're at it, let's use the bath salt that we bought at one of the villages before. It has a relaxing effect, which increased the protagonist's stats. By the way, there are different kinds of bath salts available, which you can find as you travel throughout the land. Looks like we came across something. Another pleasure of traveling is coming across scenic sights you'd only see in another world. An ally will draw you a commemoration sketch. If you give it to one of your followers, a young girl who's awaiting your return in Grand Trad will be happy. Here's another location reveal, a place called Virga Island. On this island, you can enjoy unique tracks themed after religious music composed by Shoji Meguro, who is well known for his work on the Persona series. Here, the protagonist makes yet another new encounter. Her name is Yufa, a new ally that's only now being revealed in this showcase.
You must be the...
I wonder what role she plays in the protagonist's journey. I hope you look forward to learning more about her in the future. So, what do you think? If you had to actually go on a long journey in real life, it wouldn't be a simple endeavor. Taking that into account, we hope that you enjoy the journey of Metaphor, where you can travel as you please from the comfort of your own home. Though we've largely focused on the profound fantasy elements of Metaphor, simply, it is also a game filled with the joys of traveling from town to town, an element we hope for in fantasy RPGs. Though this title is a rare attempt from us at the fantasy genre, we aim to make this a culmination of the efforts in our previous RPGs. We hope everyone, including fans familiar with Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, as well as those who love fantasy RPGs, enjoys playing Metaphor. We've shared information on Metaphor's world setting and story, battle system, and other aspects of the game in other showcases. Please feel free to take a look at those if you haven't already. The next exclusive showcase, coming out this fall, will reveal exciting new information. Please look forward to it. In addition, Tokyo Game Show 2024 is taking place this fall, and we will be having a large exhibit where we'll offer a hands-on game experience of Metaphor ReFantazio. On top of being able to experience the journey gameplay like we introduced today, there will also be another special demo available to play at the event. We'll release more details related to the event in the future. We look forward to seeing you at Tokyo Game Show. Once again, Metaphor is scheduled for release this fall on October 11th, 2024. Both the physical and digital editions are available for pre-orders, so please pre-order your copy or add it to your wish list. Along with the standard edition, a digital deluxe edition commemorating the 35th anniversary of the Atlas brand is also available. See you at the next Atlas exclusive showcase. Thank you very much for your time today.